What if the key to possibility and opportunity was within you and you just needed to reveal it? Welcome to Diary of a Personal Brand. I'm Carol Pike, the most sophisticated 6-year-old you'll ever meet. And I'm inviting you to join me in the sandpit of possibilities, where every experience is a fresh page and every moment is an opportunity to challenge conventional thinking and embrace what's possible. If you're ready to explore new perspectives, challenge old stories, and discover fresh ways to show up unapologetically on purpose, you're in the right place. What do you see when you look in the mirror? No, not just the reflection staring back at you, but the real you. The one shaped by your experiences, strengths, and the unique combination of assets only you possess. In this episode of Diary of a Personal Brand, I'm challenging the way we see ourselves. Because when you own who you are fully and unapologetically, you show up differently, with confidence, power, and purpose. So, take a deep breath, look in the mirror, and let's explore the truth about the image staring back at you. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? I'm convinced that a mirror isn't a reflection of who we are, but rather a reflection of who we think we are. But when you look in the mirror, do you see the skills, the strength, the beauty, the richness? Or do you just see what it is that other people expect of you? Now, in 2020, when George Floyd was murdered, I was a little bit lost, for want of a better term, because so much of the Black conversation was based on the past. And I don't actually have any memory of lived experience of being Black. Yep, I know that sounds like the weirdest thing ever, but I don't. And so I was unable to contribute fully to any conversation around racism in the past. And then I looked in the mirror and I thought, but I don't see Black. When I look in the mirror, I see Carol. And I thought, oh, there are a number of different assets looking back at me. And no one asset ever leaves the house. They all leave the house as the perfect blend of Carol. And any room I walk into the room as Carol. How other people see me may be different, but that's not how it is that I walk. And I suddenly thought, oh my gosh, how many times is it that we walk into spaces based on how other people see us, as opposed to the fullness of who it is that we are? I'm convinced that we are 3-dimensional. And if we really owned all of the assets of ourselves, we would walk differently. And we would bring a different energy into rooms and conversations that we enter. Of course, people will see us in a particular way. They'll see us through their lens, but we won't be telling them how to see us like that. We will say, this is my 3-dimensional self. You can take it on or not. I'm good with that, but this is me. And so I want to challenge you to look in the mirror and see the richness of that person that has navigated the trials and triumphs of life, that has won on so many levels, has lost sometimes but learnt, has grown and is strengthened as a result of the road that they have been traveling. And then when it is that you leave the house with all your assets. Bring your whole self to every situation and every circumstance, because that blend is the perfect blend for who you are and what it is that you are here to do. Of course, we're going to be in places where people don't like us, or the way in which it is that we show up, they don't like it, but they're not going to like it anyway. And your job isn't to get them to like it. Your job is actually to be the best version of you. the one that is unapologetic about who they are. And I'm not talking about, those kind of the hatred or the criminal tendencies or any of those things. I'm talking about the core essence of you, which I'm convinced is awesome at its core. That yes, life and all kinds of things have gotten in the way and perhaps corrupted it in some way, and that it's not in its optimum state. But I'm convinced that at the core is richness and vibrancy that is there to add colour to the world. Because we're not the same, we are all different, and it's our very difference that make the rich tapestry of life. So stop for a moment and look in the mirror. What do you see? Do you see the richness? Do you see the value? Because the moment it is that you begin to see it, then the world will see it also. Yes, those assets in the mirror make you you. So never walk into the room again as a man or as a woman, as black, white, as with a disability or whatever it is. Don't walk into the room like that. Walk into the room under the umbrella of your name, because you're bringing all of those elements together. And this is me. Because when you know who you are and understand the value that that brings to every situation, every conversation, that's a game changer. Because do you realize that your combination of assets, there is nobody else in the entire universe that has that combination. So your experience, your expertise, your failures, your mistakes, there is nobody else on this entire universe like that. So that means that your perspective, your value add didn't exist until you showed up in the room. And if you walked like that, and not from an arrogant place, but from that wholesome place that this is me and I know who I am, and I know that I bring value, you would walk differently. You'd walk with your shoulders back, your head held high, and you would strut your stuff. I dare you. Be more you, because you are the greatest gift that you have got to give to the world. So take the assets with you wherever it is you go and be 3-dimensional. Go on. I dare you.
It's the power of me. Motivated expression. Your purpose ignites. Fueling progression. Rise with intention. Let your sparkle shine. Your impact's the message. Your life's design. Self-care's your anchor. Your energy flows. Self-leadership drives where your journey goes. The world sees your light. Your actions inspire. The power of me sets the world on fire. Motivated by purpose, shaping what you do. Your sparkle's contagious, it shines through you. Step up, stand tall, the world will agree. The future's unfolding. It's the power of me. It's the power of me. Let it shine, let it grow. Motivated expression, let the whole